Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Shivani and I head the marketing team at Coditas, and I will be your host for this session. Today, we are here to discuss a unique initiative by Coditas, which is our UX and interaction design training program. I won't give you any spoilers as our speakers have planned a very interesting walkthrough of the program. As the speaker, we have with us our design corporate trainer Ashvesh Nayak. As promised, we also be having four surprise guests who will share their unfiltered views on the training program. I will leave the further introduction to the speakers themselves. For those of you who don't know Coditas, we are a software engineering company focused on user experience. We help enterprises to build and run cutting edge digital business models. Headquartered in Pune, we have been providing quality solutions to multi billion brands across the globe. We feel extremely elated to share that we are now a certified great place to work. It is the most definitive employer of choice recognition that organizations aspire to achieve globally. To know us better and for some amazing content, join us on our social media channels. We are very active on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, do subscribe to our YouTube channels so that you're notified about our upcoming webinar. If you have any questions during the presentation, feel free to put them in the chat section. We will be taking it up in the Q&A sessions. Now, to kickstart the webinar, I would like to call upon Chandan Mishra, Director of UX Design at Coditas. Chandan, over to you.
All right. Hey guys, hello everyone. So nice to be here. Just to confirm, Shivani, you can hear me fine, right? The audio is
Yes,
clear.
yes, yes, absolutely.
Awesome, cool, great. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction of the brand, Shivani, and I'm definitely very excited and looking forward for the session today. We are still undergoing a pandemic, so having the mask on still. But
Yes.
yeah, again, I'll quickly introduce myself. My full name is Chandan Mishra. I am one of the partners at Coditas, and my primary responsibility right now is to work with the user experience design team to scale the practice, hire people, groom fresh talent, and help everyone with whatever else that they require in when it comes to the design practice in itself, right? Company, I think Shivani has given a very good introduction about what we do. So we basically are a very high quality, software design and development firm. We focus on believing in quality when it comes to each and every aspect of our existence, right? From design to development to how we treat our own people. We recently, in fact, we were recently kind of given a certificate by Great Place to Work. I don't know how many of you know it, but it's basically a third party organization to study the mood and the culture of a specific company and kind of rate them based on how good or bad they are. So we are very proud to announce that we kind of got the certification as well. So that is just a validation of our existing belief. Um, about the training program itself. So it's a 12-week, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week kind of a program. I think Ashwish is going to elaborate more around what we do, and I think we have a few other people who will be coming in sharing their experiences. So you'll get to know more about it. But feel free to reach out to us later on as well after this webinar through our websites, through the email IDs that Shivani will be sharing during the webinar itself. Follow us on social media. We are very, very active there, as Shivani has already said. LinkedIn is the place that for again, it is the place for all the professionals to hang out. But if you want to stay updated on anything related to the training program or anything related to our brand in general, that is the place for us to for you to go and follow us, right? All right. Thank you so much, Shivani, and I'm just looking forward to the entire knowledge sharing session today. Right, Shivani, I think you're on mute. Your mic is still mute. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chandan. Next, we'll call upon Ashwish to carry on with the session. Hey,
Hi
Ashwish.
guys, good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, Ashvesh.
Hi guys, good evening. This is Ashvesh Nayak. I'm UX trainer and experienced designer here at Coditas. Today, I'll be showing you some screens and we'll be talking about this entire training webinar. First of all, thank you all for joining this webinar from different parts of India. I can see in our chat section, there are many people who know me and there are many people who would like to know this course. So taking this ahead. So in this pandemic, we learned that we have yet to learn many different things. 2020 was tough for us, and so we came up with this new learning technique in which everyone is joining us virtually, and we are starting to learn a new age design that is UX. Taking this ahead, now we will discuss about why I am here, why this brand is doing a training program, and how is this aligned together. So the first agenda for today is who are we? Who are we as a code does? Then what is this program all about? Going into structure, how this program has been framed for you, how is it convenient for you, and why this program will be helpful for you. In detail, we will be seeing what the training program will eventually give you and how this will be completed. So who are we actually? So the brand Coditas. So like mentioned earlier by Chandan and Shivani, we are an engineering and design firm which is focusing on high quality UX design softwares for multiple brands. Multiple brands, as in we have been here in business for last 7 years. Our team is more than 700 plus members, and we have been working on softwares for startups as well as Fortune 100 companies. Going ahead, what is this training program all about? So in this slides, we will be talking about why we planned about this course, how we executed it, and currently I'm proud to announce this is my third program running, and we are intaking in April a fourth batch, and here it is. So I'm training for right context. If I go back to my design days, I could recall I learned a lot in my 4 years of graduation and 2 years of masters, but not everything is being used right now. So we thought about, well, why not squeeze it and make it a practical learning program in which we are teaching someone appropriate things which will be used in today's world as well as in design industry right now. So first of all, the context. Next, skill set. We all will be hired someday or another based on our skill sets. What we had eventually and what we are doing right now, both will be justified together. But I am focusing on right skill set and right context right now. Going ahead. Exposure. This was the biggest word which I was talked earlier. But now, while working in this industry, I realize exposure is not just about what we were taught and what we are doing today. It is about the vision that will eventually lead to many different things. Like in today's time, we are running about the trends that are NFTs or blockchains and many different things. But how is it related to design or how is it related to user experience? So what does this training look like? I'm the lead trainer here. So everything here is been tried, tested, and implemented on all our different batches, all our different students, and with the influence of many different programs running in this industry. So starting to talk about the program, this is 12-week program. That is 3 months in general. We will be working 5 days a week, 5 days, Monday to Friday, and only 8 hours a day, not more than that. 5 days a week we rotate specifically because we are not working on Saturday, Sundays. There are no weekend batches, only practical learning experience from Monday to Friday. That's all I'm expecting from you guys, whoever will be joining us next. And only 8 hours a day. That's all. So starting from your first month, that is week 1 to week 4. In this, we'll be going through what design is all about, some learning experiences, some unlearning experiences, because there are some misconception about UX designs or UX design methodologies, which we generally search on Google and we debate about it. Why is it right? Why is it not so right? What is the real context behind it? And we discuss it thoroughly. Coming to the second week, third week, we pair multiple students in teams for different activities, for different scenarios, and we take these projects ahead so that towards the end of the program, that is the third month, we'll create a portfolio or a final design project out of it. So the entire first month, that is week 1 to week 4, is all about these little experiences and coming together. Week 5 to week 8, that is our month 2. Right now, we might be in the main project. We'll be doing multiple things, as well as we'll be cross questioning our original projects or original briefs so that we are doing something very appropriate. In this week, we might be in our design research, research documentation, ideation, and our final concept selections. It's a process in which we generally do all these things, but not just on the surface. This time we will deep dive into it from desk research, field research, primary, secondary, and many different methodologies, practically doing it together with many different teams, many different domains until our second month, our third and final month. This sometimes is overwhelming, but sometimes it is very enthusiastic because in this month we are completing our final projects and UX, like you all know, it is mostly about user experience related to brands which are working on softwares, maybe web design, maybe application designs. But this is a part where we eventually select our concepts, do our usability testing, and our final 2 weeks are around interviews so that we check the projects by multiple different mentors or multiple different industry experts which are working in Coditas or working with Coditas. So, what is this training program all about and why it is meant to be? First of all, unlike other programs, people would not like to take any names, but you might be knowing many programs which are working on video based platforms, which are recorded videos in which people could use them flexibly as per their routine. But we are not doing that. We are focusing on one on one mentorship. Along with me, there are multiple mentors who will be coming together as per their expertise, and we'll be teaching you one on one so that we can keep attention on who is doing better. There are people who don't really tend to ask questions, but question lies inside us. As a human factor designer, I realize that curiosity is the most important element when it comes to a design. And we try to nurture that curiosity, but one on one. So exposure to team functionality. It's not just about design. Whenever we talk about UX designing, it is designing in a team or designing in a team environment. May that be a studio, may that be a multinational company, may that be any scenario, but it's all about team. A single person can't function here properly. He can do, but most of the time it is the team feedback. So whenever we are designing, it is not a egoistic design. It is not an artwork. Design is working for someone else. So there are research part, there are implementation part, there are team building activities that make my team or make this entire UX team functional. And we even teach you that. We even train you on those bases that how to start thinking about others, how to empathize with people, how to empathize your teammates, how to make situation better for each one in the team, so that these team members can later be picked on for our team, our original core design team. You will be getting access for our design events. Unlike other work environment, we are very friendly. Even on Fridays, we have some events in which we will be discussing about, maybe last time we were discussing on mean culture. This week we will be discussing about uh, design testing. We were earlier talking about neurolinguistic behavior and many different things. All these little attributes come together to build up a design. But while we are working on some particular project, we tend to lose out on those elements. Here at Coditas, we sit on a weekend, before a weekend, on Friday, and we discuss about all these things. And as a design trainee, you will get to access all those features. Opportunities to be as a full-time designer here at UX Coditas, as a UX designer associate. So this can be one of the big opportunity in which after your training, you will be part of our team. You will be working with our stakeholders. We will be working on our projects with people like Coditas or Chandan Mishra. So all this training can lead to something important. So we will like to talk to two of my previous trainees and now they are onboarded at Coditas. Let's welcome Muskan and Ashik and let's talk to them about their experience here.
Hello guys,
Hi
you're
guys,
on mute. Muskan.
Muskan.
So sorry. I was like excited. I was like, hello, hi.
Hi.
All right.
So how are you guys?
Hi, my name is Muskan. I'm good. I'm good. Hi, my name is Muskan Dhingra. I have recently joined Coditas, as Avi already told you guys. I have joined training. I have joined through this training program itself, and yeah, that's about me. one thing I would like to tell you guys that I am not from designing background at all. I mean, if I'll like to quote it, I was from biotechnology, and it is a total field change for me. And even after that, I got selected. Yeah, that's about me.
Okay.
Okay, so something about me. Okay, first of all, I would like to thank Chandan and Ashvesh for giving us this opportunity to share our experience. So, and people who are watching us, let me tell you, we all are so excited and thrilled to share our experience with you all. So, if you guys have any doubts or any queries, please ask. We will try to answer as much as possible. So, let's begin.
Yeah.
First of all, we were thinking about bringing some industrial experts like Chandan or someone else, but when we realized that we will be talking the same, कि ये होता है, वो होता है, वो होता है. But let's bring in you guys because you were experiencing this few days back. So my first
Yeah,
question is, how
Yes.
does it feel? Last webinar के लिए तुम लोग शायद comment list में थे, and now you are sitting here.
yeah,
So how does it feel?
Okay.
yeah.
It
Manifestation.
feels great. It
Mhm.
feels great. It feels great.
You sure?
um,
So
yes.
we are
Ashik, you
getting
can
some
continue.
questions, and they might be for you. So should
Okay.
I?
Yeah, yeah,
Let's
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
answer them together. People are asking us, what is the eligibility for this training? This training as in our design workshop.
Okay,
Mhm.
so I'll answer that. Actually, it doesn't matter which field you're coming from. To be honest, there were teammates in my batch who came from engineering background. Some of them were architecture background, and a few of them have done MBA and then decided to do designing. So, to be honest, it doesn't matter which field you're coming from. The only prerequisite thing that this training program requires from you is the zeal to learn UX designing. Try to come with this curiosity and learn. You want to learn, and that's all we need. Um, so
Totally.
it doesn't matter. To
Yeah,
sum up the
Yeah.
totally
answer,
agreed.
it doesn't matter which field you're coming from. So
For me and for Chandan, the eligibility was you want a will to learn something new.
yeah,
That was our main agenda. Pick students. Like
Yeah.
Muskan said earlier, she was a design student and now she is a designer. She has a tag on her that she is a UX designer with Coditas. But maybe this was her curiosity that brought her here and now she is a designer. Should we
yeah,
move to next
Yeah.
question?
Sure.
Next
yeah,
question might be for me. They are asking us how many mentors are assigned for a workshop. Generally, other than me, we have experts as and when required. If there is someone for UX, someone for UI, someone for research work, or sometimes it's just software based. It is always up to the project. Many times we are working on 8 to 9 different domains. I remember this batch, they were working on 9 different domains together, 9 different
yeah,
teams
Yes.
together. So sometimes it's not just me. We need someone who is having expertise with some other project and they come up with their personal solutions. So it's not about the mentors. Next question is very interesting. Do we need portfolios?
No, we don't need portfolios as I already mentioned, that anyone can apply. I am not from that background, and lots of, as Ashik said, there were lots of people, our teammates who were not from the same background. So yeah, anyone can apply.
Yeah. The- I could see on LinkedIn almost everyone is asking for portfolio, but we decided there is no one who is teaching them how to build a portfolio. So why
Uh-huh,
not we be
agreed.
the one? That's the reason we started this program. So let's teach them how to build a portfolio, what is required in a portfolio, how it is supposed to be framed, how it's supposed to be done. I remember we were working on more than 2 weeks to create a final layout in spite of
yeah.
working on it for last
Actually,
10 weeks. Last 2 weeks were
Yes.
completely dedicated. ये portfolio कैसे दिखेगा? In PPTs, in PDF, in on Behance, कितने बार change करके upload करके reject
बहुत
कर रहे
बार.
थे. This because then we realized viewers experience भी कुछ होता है. UX अगर बात कर रहे हैं तो viewers experience का है. So we
yeah.
scratched many
Agreed.
different designs. और last के 2 weeks I recall those memories. Do we have a weekend course? Like I mentioned earlier, we don't. Saturday, Sunday is just your personal space. But get
Yeah,
back
I
on
would like
Monday.
to add. Yeah, I would like to add it on. Like we never worked on Saturday Sundays. We had our funs. I mean, we had our work and all, but Saturday Sunday we never worked. We had our time for that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. मैं कोशिश करता हूँ डिस्टर्ब ना करूँ बट मुझे कॉल्स आते हैं कि सर मंडे को क्या होने
हाँ,
वाला
we
है या
used to disturb
असाइनमेंट्स क्या
you.
या but there are no live sessions, there are no workshops on that day. Saturday, Sunday is your time. The next question is, do all candidates get certified? Yes, if you complete the workshop, you will get a certification, but you need to be there for all 12 weeks with us. Yeah. Uh, do we work on live projects? Guys, you are the best people to answer that. Did we ever work on live projects? No.
No. No.
We were creating some environment which were very similar to the live projects, but it was our personal projects.
Yes.
उसमें से
Yeah.
Yeah.
कभी भी हम
So
लोग ने
as
किसी भी स्टेक होल्डर के साथ काम करते वक्त हम लोग मेन डिजाइनर्स को ही देते हैं, बिकॉज देयर आर सम रेस्ट्रिक्शन, देयर आर सम प्रोटोकॉल्स, वी स्ट्रिक्टली फॉलो इट एट कोडिटास.
Yeah.
सो इन लोग के लिए स्टिमुलेटेड एनवायरनमेंट रहता है जहाँ ब्रीफ्स है, डिजाइन प्रॉब्लम्स है, एंड वी क्रिएटेड. ऐसे भी नहीं कि मैंने ऑल ब्रीफ्स ओपन आई सपोज और हम लोग ने खुद ढूंढे what actual design briefs are, what actual design problems are.
Yeah.
agreed. Yes.
How was your overall experience? ये तो तुम लोग ही बता सकते हो. I can't.
One word, it was great. I mean, as I already told people, सब लोग different groups, सब लोग अलग अलग जगह से थे, and there were some people, who were already from UX designing, and I was like, okay, now what? I have to work double hard because I am not from that background. I had this thing going on from almost 2 or 3 weeks during the training, and then I used to talk to AV. I was like, I don't know कैसा होने वाला है, मैं तो उस background से भी नहीं हूँ. Then everyone, all the mentors were there. My mentor was there, Evie was there, Chandan was there, and we were like, it doesn't matter. It just, as he already said, you should be curious to learn. So that was one great thing happened with me. I love that experience.
Yeah, for me, I would say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Actually, sorry to confuse you. I always wanted to use this word in a
Dictionary,
sentence,
please.
so this was my time. So
Yeah,
actually,
finally.
for those who doesn't know the meaning, it means wonderful.
Yeah.
So coming back to the answer, the question, for me it was awesome. Actually, I didn't explain you why it was. I was switching from graphic designing to this. So uh, I wanted to learn UX, and um, there's a limit to learn from YouTube and other videos, right? It but this training program gives you a mentor who is always there to answer any doubts, any queries at like any time. And not only him, there are other teammates from the Coditas team. Other than Ashvesh, you can go to Chandan or anybody from the team. They'll be more than happy to answer you. So that one-on-one human connection is the best thing. And other than that, you'll get to learn a lot from your teammates. So
Yes.
you communicate whatever you have you have ideas to them. They will give reviews and they'll communicate their ideas to you. You get to know what they have in their mind. So it's like give and take thing. So that was amazing.
Yeah, because in general design में hierarchy नहीं होता.
Yeah.
We are all equal, so even you guys could connect Chandan anytime. You guys could even connect to other mentors who were not earlier assigned to you, but because you could find them not just for doubts, but just to know how the environment was. So this
Actually,
is
Yes.
very important question, and this can be a cheat code for others who are watching us. They are asking tips from you how to get selected here.
I would like to answer this first. So for me, it was always communication. Okay, I used to talk a lot. पूरे time I was like, ये बोलना है, ये पूछना है, ये पूछना है, okay, ये करना है. So communication, straightforward, is the key. Okay, because what happens is, हम जब बात नहीं करते हैं ना, तो सामने वाले को हमारे thoughts पता ही नहीं चलता है. So you need to communicate to get your ideas, and if they won't understand your thoughts or your ideas, वो काम करेगा ही नहीं जब सामने वाले को कुछ समझेगा नहीं. So I feel
yeah.
communication बहुत जरूरी है, even not just with mentors or your trainers. It is important between your teammates as well, because that balance is there if you're communicating with your teammates as well. So that is the most important for me, communication.
Yeah, I second that. Actually, communication actually works from see unless you don't communicate your ideas, you won't get reviews on that. So that helps a lot. So that
Yeah,
was
I would like to mention जैसे मुस्कान बहुत बोलती थी, आशिक बहुत कम बोलता था. But आशिक in our design session there is a review. जहाँ कुछ भी काम किया, we try to explain it. And I
yeah.
am the person who try to train all this, but in a easy way. So हम लोग ने ये logo ऐसे ही क्यों है? ये आइकन ऐसे क्यों है, फॉर दोज हु आर इनटू यूएक्स एंड यूआई अर्लियर, ये मार्जिन ऐसे क्यों है, ये कॉल टू एक्शन बटन ऐसे क्यों है, इधर शैडो ऐसे क्यों है. We try to answer each and every question so that you are prepared for the final interview. And
Yeah,
पूरे
Yeah.
12 weeks का main agenda is the final interview.
yeah.
So
Ashvesh troubled us a lot, but in a good way.
Yes.
I'm proud of it. That's the reason you guys
Agreed.
are here. And it's
Seriously,
not
I
like
mean,
तुम लोग के
पहले भी
बाकी
we
दोस्त नहीं थे.
पहले भी we used to be like ऐसे क्यों कर रहे हैं पर ये, but then it's like oh okay, अभी समझ आता है कि वैसे ट्रेनिंग चली तो चली क्यों.
Yeah,
I can say now you guys are free. अब तुम लोग not just at Coditas, if you're joining somewhere else, you guys are confident enough. आज हम
Yes.
लोग यहाँ तुम लोग को बिठाने के लिए there was an agenda behind कि there is a leadership skill right now with you. If you could see a next batch coming in, you can even train them. Now you guys are kind of sufficient enough to understand what design maturity is all about. And it is not just about that training course, it was the journey of design, which gave us this entire workshop, this entire training process. Yeah. So next question is to purchase any softwares. No, there aren't any softwares that you need to purchase. We generally use Figma, and it is open to all.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, there is a unique question. What is the most unique memory about your workshop?
Mm.
Ashik, you can
Yeah,
go.
that's for you,
Yeah,
Shah.
for me, the group project where the entire batch used to sum up and work on some topic. So
Yeah.
the conversation we used to have was the best. So that was the unique
Yes.
thing for
Even
me.
even for me, even for me, after the sessions with AV, with sorry, with yeah, with AV, we had our team discussions and all after party we used to call them. So
Yeah,
even then, and then as Ashik said कि हम लोग के group projects होते थे, yes, that was the unique thing because we got to bond एक दूसरे के साथ, and not
yeah,
just with your teammate, पूरे के पूरे teams के साथ हमको bond होने मिलता था, and best part we got to share their ideas and our ideas as well. That's the most unique thing.
I remember those activities जहाँ तुम लोग personas करना start कर रहे थे, and then तुम लोग ने easy way out Google करना चालू किया, and then you remember कि layout क्या होता है, कैसे different होता है, because personas are very very easy to understand in today's world क्योंकि हर design use करते हैं, marketing वाले use करते हैं, sales वाले use करते हैं, but project relevant क्या है वो किसी को भी नहीं पता. Google करोगे तो
Yes.
पूरा अभी भी कोई कर सकता है. Personas इतने सारे हैं, empathy map इतने सारे हैं, customer journey इतने सारे हैं, बट नो वन एवर मेंशन कि ये क्यों यूज होता है और ऐसे टॉपिक के लिए कैसे यूज होगा. दैट्स द रीजन वी हैव मेंटर्स ओवर हियर. सिर्फ मैं नहीं, हर मेंटर इवन ऑन वन इंटरेक्शन उन लोगों को पता है. वी नो इट ऑल
Yes.
अभी, एटलीस्ट फॉर द प्रोजेक्ट्स और फॉर कोडिटास enough to do it. Yes. And the one for me, any final calls for these members who want to join Coditas? What would you advise them?
be curious actually.
Was it audible?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I guess you go.
Yeah.
Could you repeat the
So
question?
what's your advice? What's your final advice for them? All our viewers.
Okay. Once you are in this training program, be curious and ask as many as doubts that you have. So clarify whatever doubts you have. That's the best thing that you could do, and you can benefit a lot from this. And Ashvesh is one of the best teachers I ever found. So ask
Yes,
him
the
a
best.
lot of questions.
मैं सुन रहा हूँ guys, मैं इधर ही हूँ. Yeah, that's all. Thanks you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Okay,
being here.
thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi. So going back to the slides, there are just few more slides remaining, but these are very important because till now you got to know how the training is supposed to be done or how the training is conducted here. But there are many questions like what happens post completion. So the important aspect is after the training, we generally check your assignments which were given throughout those 12 weeks. And each assignment, like we were talking earlier, We go through why it was done, why was it implemented, what is the thought process behind your personal assignments, your personal projects. And not just me, there are mentors who will check your work, and they will try to identify what quality as a designer you bring in when you join Coditas. So one of them is that the certification. The workshop itself is named Earn as you learn. So not just learning, we will be certifying you, and these certificates are important whenever you go somewhere else, because this certificate can justify what were you doing for last 3 months and who is validating it. So the credibility of this workshop is the time you are spending here, and you are certified after that. After you complete, some of the selected members we are appropriate for us or who are willing to join us, they get offers, and then you turn to be a full-time designer over here. And being a designer at Coditas after training helps a lot, because now we know you. Earlier you were trainees here, and our main team is always observing you. They try to help you in many different ways, but now they are even judging you how you will be fruitful for our core team. And just to know things better, we have two more members here, Palak and Kshitij, who are members of earlier training program, and they are working full time with Coditas now. So can we have Kshitij and Palak?
Hey
Hi
everyone,
guys.
Hi.
welcome to the stream.
Hi.
ये so how does it feel?
Yeah.
तुम लोग के साथ भी सेम. तुम लोग जब थे तभी वेबिनार भी नहीं हुआ था ना. You were the
Uh,
direct
नहीं,
first batch थे. So
yeah,
हमें से
and now
लॉन्च हुए थे बस.
yeah, तुम लोग हमारे first launch थे. So how
we
does
were
it
the
feel
fire
to
and
be
forget.
here? नहीं नहीं, तुम लोग अभी 6 महीने complete कर रहे हो, and that's very important. So how does it
Right.
feel to be here?
Well, if Palak would like to start, then yeah,
Yeah, ladies
Should
first.
I
Palak.
start?
yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you so
please.
much. So I should give my introduction first. So hi
Yeah.
guys, I'm Palak Sabharwal. I live in New Delhi. Many people have the question that is it work from home or in office job? So yes, I was sitting in New Delhi and I did my training program. And I come from bachelor's. I've done bachelor's of computer application in my as my education with no prior design education. So yes, and I'm an associate user experience designer in the company right now.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Palak. So for me, hey everyone, my name is Kshitij Ramtike, and I am an associate UX designer at Coditas, and I have been here for the past 6 months. And as Palak, I come from computer background as well. I am a computer engineer, and I had no prior design experience whatsoever. But thanks to Coditas and their design training program, that gave me the opportunity to be here actually, and I'm stoked to be here. So thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. First of all, it was very different. कि तुम लोग जब पहले मिले थे, and now you are working with the main team. So
Right.
कुछ
Yes,
ना कुछ seriousness है. I could see the design maturity is here. जब भी तुम लोग किससे
yes,
बात करते हो, the confidence now you bring up, it's very
yes,
commendable. The
right,
first
right.
question we are getting, and that's for us maybe, I would like to answer that first. How you select design team members? So like I mentioned earlier, there is a procedure of interview. And interview कैसे होता है, these guys can explain better. वो लोग interview के बाद आए हैं यहाँ पे, and how was their journey, guys?
Oh, well,
You could
that was
start.
intimidating for sure. The interview process, as everyone feels nervous a little bit, their palms get sweaty, and they think a lot, like a million thoughts. But yeah, I figured that the main communication was to like explain what I have created, what I have designed with my teammate, and how we reached a kind of decision that we had to do something, right? So if a button is placed somewhere, so we had to explain it well and in a structured manner as to what decisions we took, what research we did, and that is how I was able to communicate my decisions and as well as my teammates' decisions to the interviewer. So that yeah, that the communication part, as Muskan had mentioned earlier, is the key to cracking an interview. So if you are not able to communicate properly, then nobody would be understanding your thoughts or your mentality. So yeah, I would suggest that communication is the key, and yeah, being able to explain your work, yeah, that is important. So that's what got me through the interview process.
I would just add to it, like he said, he covered all the points. That's very true. That communication is the key. Muskan has covered everything right now, actually.
Yeah,
Communication is the key, right? And the thing he said that we have to be like what work we have done till now in the 3 months, we have to justify that. Like, अगर बटन बनाया है तो क्यों बनाया है, क्यों लगाया है? That's the basic point.
yeah,
वही है कि डिजाइन कम्युनिकेशन अच्छी होनी चाहिए. क्यों करा है, क्या करा है? That actually communication ही थी सारी बात.
yeah. The best part I
Yeah.
could see earlier, if Kshitij could remember, Palak पहले कितने बात करती थी. And the
Right.
best part about communication Palak को सिखाना पड़ा as a designer is start observing things. And
Right.
we could see the change. आज कितने polite, कितने poise के साथ वो confidently बात कर रही है. And not just about this. She was expressing it right.
Thank you so
But
much.
it was very helpful. Yeah. How is your experience in the main team? क्योंकि trainees से तो बात हो गई. Now you are the main team members. How is it?
Yes.
Tell us.
I would like to start.
Yeah.
Should I start? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
So
You can
absolutely.
start.
yeah. So team experience, I would say that mine till now is great because it was not like even if I had any doubt related to my design, it was not a big task to go to talk to Chandan sir. It was very easy to contact. अभी भी मुझे डांटेंगे चंदन सर क्यों बोल रहे हो? चंदन बोलो, right?
Yeah.
तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं कि लाइक कोई सुपियोरिटी पे है तो उनसे कांटेक्ट करने में टफ हो. इजी है. इवन अगर आज भी मुझे डिजाइन में कुछ हेल्प चाहिए, आई कैन कांटेक्ट एवी एनी टाइम. 12 बजे भी मैसेज करो एवी को कि एवी कुछ हेल्प चाहिए तो ही इज देयर. So it's very
Damn
easy
it.
and everyone is so welcoming. Timings, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Everyone is very much welcoming in the team. And my
Yeah.
personal experience with that was great because मैं थोड़ा ऐसे डरी हुई थी कि यार मे बी शायद से मेरा कुछ हो जाए गड़बड़ एंड ऑल, बट very helpful. Everyone was very helpful.
Yeah. I think entire design community is like this. Design culture में ये ऐसे है कि we can empathize with each other better. कि कभी कभी वहाँ मेन टाइम पे याद नहीं आएगा बट डिजाइनिंग में ऐसे अब याद आया तो अभी पूछ लो. Whatever the time
हाँ.
is, even that's the
और
reason we
सबको
entertain across time.
सबको एक उल्टा ये भी लगता है यार हम भी इनके टाइम पे थे, हमें भी अभी ये दिक्कत आई थी
Yeah.
तो इनको हेल्प कर देनी चाहिए. सबका ये एम्पैथाइज तो होता ही होता
Yeah,
है.
right. What we learned in
Yeah.
the design process is to empathize with the user, and we are
Right.
empathizing
हाँ.
with our
Yes.
teammates, and our seniors are empathizing with us. कि हाँ मैं भी इसके shoes में था पहले, so let's just help
हाँ.
him out. So everybody is very chill and very respectful to their seniors
I
as well as
believe
juniors.
लेते वक्त
Sorry, your voice broke.
I believe design interview के टाइम हमारे seniors भी यही सोच रहे होंगे because they could see us the budding
Yes,
designers. तुम लोग में से तो
Yeah.
कुछ design कुछ भी नहीं जानते थे and I could see while they are conducting your interviews, they are senior, they are lead in Coditas, but वो लोग उन designers के interview लेने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं जो 3 महीने पहले designers भी नहीं थे and you
Exactly.
started here
Exactly.
and now the journey
Yes.
you
Yes.
try to understand. मुझे लगता है कि हमारे जितने Coditas ने apps बनाए you have contributed to some of them. और अभी भी कर
right.
रहे होगे.
And
We are not going into any of your projects, but how does it feel now?
yeah, we're able to learn new things every day, and being like in the part of a team, surrounded by so many experienced people, yeah, like that's like a waterfall of knowledge, so you get to learn new things every day. And yeah, it's been a wonderful experience, and I was lucky enough to get my mentor. So as Ashvesh had mentioned earlier, that you get your mentors, dedicated mentors to you, so you could go through the design process easily. So I was lucky enough to get my mentor as my team lead. And yeah, the whole 6 months duration of whole 6 months has been wonderful for me. And because not just because like he's been very helpful, but yeah, like uh, the process that he goes through, I observe it very carefully, and then I try implementing it again to see what exactly he wanted me to tell here. So yeah, I'm learning a new things every day, and that is wonderful, really.
Yeah.
Same actually. Same. But
There
I
are
was
many
not lucky
different
enough to get
ways
my
in
designer.
which,
Sorry.
but
Yes, please
there are many
continue.
different ways in which you could get into Coditas. जैसे career portal पे हम लोग direct देखते हैं. But
Right,
I think जब हम लोग training में थे, those mentors would have observed you, and
right.
luckily you
Yes.
got the same mentor. But that might not be a coincidence. He might have seen you grow, and that's the
Right.
Yes.
reason you are here.
Well, I never gathered the courage to ask. I
Yeah.
still respect
Maybe
a lot. So
maybe
yeah,
tomorrow morning.
maybe. Let's see. गाली नहीं पड़नी चाहिए बस.
I
Yeah.
would just like to add,
Uh,
I was not that lucky enough, but my team lead is also very, very, very nice. And my mentor
yeah.
was also very nice. Abhi bhi, like I'm still in touch. If I have anything, I ask her. So yes. Well, welcoming
But
यार मतलब अच्छा लगता है किसी से भी तुम्हें कुछ भी help चाहिए हो everyone helps you out there.
Right.
yeah, but I could remember just because I'm not sure about the duration, but Palak was one of the lucky people who was directly working with Chandan for some time.
Yes,
Right.
three
Yeah. And so
months.
one of your mentor was our batchmate. So
AV your voice bro.
this, like I asked earlier, what am I audible? Sorry, the network problem.
Yes, now
Yeah.
you are. Now
Am I
you
audible?
are.
Audio check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
You are.
yes.
Yeah. Like I asked earlier, what are your tips for the people who are viewing us? How would they get selected in this workshop other
Palak,
than communication?
I would give you the reins for this. So please start.
Yeah.
Okay. So comedy if it like you said like इस program में add करने के लिए right not for the
Yeah.
job right
Yeah. No, not for the job,
um
for the program first.
actually there is no prerequisite if I very well know about that right there's no design portfolio you require early or no design am I what voice audible
Yeah. Yeah. You're
or
audible.
AVS video
Okay,
call
so I'll lead. So there are no portfolio required, and there are no
yes
prerequisites required as well, and you don't need to have any kind of design background or as such design
yes
experience or any kind of knowledge if you don't have. You just need to have a will to learn, will to keep learning new things, will to have an open
open
mind.
to learning yes
Yeah, you are supposed to have an open mind to be able to capture the things that the design culture is about, because it's not the like regular education. This is a design culture, and we focus on solving problems on a daily basis. So yeah, so
right
the design problems can
observation level yes
yeah,
yes
so
continue
design problems could be from the range of easy to complex to very
yes
complex, and Chandan has a lot of experience in that manner. So yeah, when he is going to see the potential candidate, definitely he is
yes
going to be selecting a few.
selecting you right
Yeah, and yeah, just to catch
AV
up that you don't need to have any kind of prerequisites or portfolio or any design background or any design
just
knowledge.
open to learning. That's the only prerequisite you should have.
Yeah, and even after you finish the design
Training
training
program.
program, and if
Yes.
you have finished 12 weeks, I think, yeah, that is the duration of the training program. If you have
Three
finished
months,
12
yes.
weeks,
Hi guys.
you will be I,
Yeah,
welcome
continue.
back. Devi.
Yeah.
So I was just narrating them to them that after finishing the training program, they will be awarded with a certificate that is like
Yes.
well known over the industry, over the design industry. So yeah,
And not just here, we use the certificate in many different programs. Like some of your
Yes.
friends or your batchmate got
Yes.
placed in many different
Yeah,
companies,
right.
I
like I
remember.
would add to this, like my teammate got placed in a very good company and he has that certificate and certificate helps you out in future wherever you apply because you are learning from a company, not from any college or anywhere. You're learning from a company. So you have an industry experience, people who are working currently in the industry. So it's a good experience, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
get to
I earlier did not connect.
see every nook and cranny of every design concept that there is from this experience. That is an amazing learning experience and learning curvature that you will go through. So please uh, be in touch with us on LinkedIn and YouTube.
Yeah. Thank you guys. And that's all from your and thank you. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Catch you soon. So those were our trainees who later become a part of our design team. And I hope all your questions were answered. So other than that, we will be starting soon our next batch in the month of April, and you can connect on this address and send your details. Any queries will be entertained. Our team will reach out to you as soon as possible. But if there are any more questions, please feel free to connect you. There is one more webinar which is coming next month, 17th March, and it is about UX writing. UX writing, we identified this is one of the new age course which is coming with content writing, but it is specified for UX writing. And our mentor Shalmili will be taking those webinars. That's all from my end. Thank you, Shivani. Over to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ashvesh. The webinar was
Yeah,
awesome, and especially our guest speakers. I think they gave in the much needed, candid views about the training program. So, thank you to everyone, especially the audience as well, for joining us this evening. If you all are interested to apply for our next design training batch, please send an email to design-training at coditas.com. The email address is mentioned in the comments. And as Ashvesh already mentioned, if you're interested to explore UX writing as a career, register for our next webinar on UX writing. And again, the link is in the comments. Also, stay in touch with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Lastly, please share your feedback for this session so that we know how useful and helpful this was for you. Thank you once again. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.
thank you. Stay safe.
Bye.